Hello students, this is part 11 of unit 1 of class 12. Now let's start. Energy stored in a capacitor. We have to prove the expression of energy which is stored in the capacitor. How we can prove? Let's start. Suppose this is a capacitor and it has got certain initial charge Q previously. So due to this it has got the potential as V, represented by capital V, and suppose if we want another charge, very small charge dq, means we can say that if we want to give dq charge to this capacitor, which is dq is very small charge, then it is required to do work in the transfer of charge. So work done is required. So let Q is the charge on capacitor at an intermediate stage during charging. Means there is some intermediate stage, and this Q is the charge on that capacitor at that stage during charging. So as I told you, at this intermediate stage, its potential difference, we can say PD, is V. So we know that V is equal to Q upon C. What will be the potential? Potential difference will be the ratio between the charge and the capacitance. Now, if a small charge dq is required to be given to this capacitor, then the work is required to be done. Small work, suppose if dq is a small charge which is to be given to capacitor, then work is required to be done. And because this is a small charge dq, so small work is denoted by dw. So this dw is the small work which is required to transfer this small dq charge in the capacitor. Then what will be the work done? dw will be equal to v dq, because we know that v is equal to, we know that w is equal to qv. V is equal to w upon q, we know. So we know the definition of the potential: work done in moving a unit charge from infinity to a point in electric field. So this is the definition of electric potential, and the formula is W is equal to QV. Based on this formula, we can show the small work done dW is equal to V dQ. But we also know that V is equal to Q upon C from equation number 1. And suppose this is equation number 2. So put 1 into. Now dW means small work done will become Q upon C. In place of V, we will put Q upon C and dq. Now this is the small work done, but if we want the total work done in charging this capacitor from 0 to Q charge, then total work done can be known by integrating this expression. On left hand side dw is integrated, and on right hand side q upon c dq, and the limit will be from 0 to q charge. So 0 to q will be the limit of this integral sign, this integration. So according to integration rule, it will be w is equal to q square upon 2c, 0 to q. Again W will be equal to q square upon 2c minus 0, and finally we will get W is equal to q square upon 2c. This is the final expression in the form of work done we got, and this work done is stored as potential energy, and we know that potential energy in physics is denoted by capital U. So in place of W we can write q square upon 2c. So W will be equal to q square upon 2c. This is known as electrostatic potential energy, or we can say that this potential energy is stored in the capacitor. U is equal to q square upon 2c. If we put q is equal to cv in, this is first, second, now suppose this is third equation, in equation number 3, then in place of q we can write cv whole square upon 2c, means u is equal to half cv square. Finally we got, this is the second type of expression by using which we can find out the potential energy stored in the capacitor. And again, if we put C is equal to Q upon V in equation number 4, this is equation number 4. So in place of C we put Q upon V, so Q upon half Q upon V into V square. So we will get U is equal to half QV. This is the third expression. So this is the third expression of the potential energy stored in the capacitor. In this way we got 3 formulas. We have proved 3 formulas for the expression of the potential energy stored in the capacitor when a charge Q is given to the capacitor. You have to remember all these 3 formulas. First one is U is equal to QV square upon 2C, Q square upon 2C. Second is U is equal to half CV square, and third is half QV. Now we will talk about the energy density. What is energy density? First of all, we have to know this. What is energy density? Suppose energy density is represented by ED. Energy density ED is equal to energy upon volume. This is energy upon volume. So we can say that energy density is the ratio between the energy and volume of any capacitor. Suppose if these are the 2 plates of the parallel plate capacitor, बहुत आसान है, हर चीज़ समझ के करोगे तो आसान है, अगर लर्निंग करोगे तो फिजिक्स आपके लिए टफ है. Suppose the distance between these 2 plates of the capacitor is small d, and the charge on first plate is positive, second plate is negative. The area of each plate is A. This is area of the plate. A is the area of plate. And we know that the electric field is always flows from positive to negative. So what will be the direction of electric field? The direction of electric field will be from positive to negative. So this will be the direction of electric field. Now we know that ED is equal to energy density is equal to energy upon volume, and we have derived the energy, means potential energy of the capacitor just now. And what is the energy? Energy is equal to half CV square. This is energy. And what will be the volume? वॉल्यूम ऑफ द स्पेस बिटवीन दीज टू प्लेट्स। अब इमेजिन कीजिए दो प्लेट्स हैं, उनके बीच का जो स्पेस है उसका वॉल्यूम कैसे निकलेगा। ये ए है, ये ए है, और डिस्टेंस है दोनों के प्लेट्स के बीच की डी। तो वॉल्यूम क्या हो जाएगा? वॉल्यूम विल बी द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ एरिया ऑफ वन प्लेट एंड द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन टू प्लेट्स। So this will be the volume of the space between these two plates of the capacitor. So we'll put this energy and volume in the above equation. So we'll get this energy density is equal to half CV square upon AD. In place of energy we'll write half CV square, and in place of volume we'll write AD. So in this way we'll get half CV square upon AD. This is energy density. But we know, suppose this is equation number 1, but we know that C is equal to epsilon naught A upon D, the capacitance of parallel plate capacitor when there is air or vacuum between its plate, and we know that V is equal to ED. These both we know, and now put this in equation number 1. So what we'll get? It will be energy density is equal to half. In place of C we'll write epsilon naught A upon D in place of C. In place of V we'll write ED square upon AD. ED square upon AD. So solve this. On solving this we'll get energy density is equal to half epsilon naught A E square D square upon D square A. D square gets cancelled. A gets cancelled. Finally, energy density will get as half epsilon naught E square. This half epsilon naught E square is the expression of the energy density. You have to remember this ED as energy density. So this expression of energy density has been proved. Now if in CBSE or in competition, if it is asked to find the unit and dimension of energy density, suppose this is the question, then how you will find this? We know that energy density means, first of all we'll talk about unit. Unit of energy density is equal to unit of energy upon unit of volume. इनिशियली क्या फॉर्मूला था? एनर्जी डेंसिटी इज इक्वल टू एनर्जी अपॉन वॉल्यूम. तो सिंपल है, एनर्जी की आप यूनिट रखिए, वॉल्यूम की यूनिट रखिए और आ जाएगा ऐसा ही यूनिट इसका. सो एनर्जी की यूनिट क्या होगी? एनर्जी की यूनिट आपको पता है एसआई यूनिट जूल होती है. वॉल्यूम की एसआई यूनिट क्या होती है? मीटर क्यूब. सो जूल पर मीटर क्यूब इज द unit of SI unit of energy density. This you have to remember. Now let's talk about the dimension of energy density is equal to dimension of energy upon dimension of volume. तो डायमेंशन ऑफ एनर्जी क्या हो जाएगी? आप जानते हैं, चाहे काइनेटिक एनर्जी हो, चाहे पोटेंशियल एनर्जी हो, चाहे हीट एनर्जी हो, एनी टाइप ऑफ एनर्जी, उसके लिए डायमेंशन होता है mL2T-2. आपको पहले भी बता चुके हैं. जैसे काइनेटिक एनर्जी है, आपको मान लो एनर्जी की आप डायमेंशन भूल गए, तो सिंपली आप क्या करो, सीधा काइनेटिक एनर्जी को आप याद रखो हाफ mv². हाफ कांस्टेंट होता है, इसका कोई वो डायमेंशन नहीं होता है. m का क्या डायमेंशन होता है? मास का कैपिटल M. v का क्या होता है? LT-1 होता है. इसका स्क्वायर कर दीजिए तो आपको एनर्जी का डायमेंशन क्या आ जाएगा? mL2T-2. अगर आप ये भूल रहे हो अचानक तो सीधा काइनेटिक एनर्जी का फॉर्मूला तो याद होगा आपको, इसका यूज कर सकते हैं टू फाइंड द डायमेंशन ऑफ एनर्जी. सो ml2t-2 विल बी द डायमेंशन ऑफ एनर्जी एंड डायमेंशन ऑफ वॉल्यूम, वॉल्यूम आपको पता है लेंथ इंटू ब्रेथ इंटू हाइट, so it will be L cube. So finally what we'll get, it will be m L to power -1, ये ऊपर जाएगा तो -3 + 2 -1 हो जाएगा, and t to power -2. So finally we got the dimension of energy density as ml-1 t-2 and the unit of energy density as joule per meter cube. Thank you.